In 1902, British aristocrat Orlando, Duke of Oxford, his spouse Emily, and their younger son Conrad go to a concentration camp in South Africa all through the Second Boer struggle at the same time as running for the Red Pass. Emily is mortally wounded all through a Boer sniper assault on the camp. Earlier than she dies, Emily makes Orlando promise never to allow their son see warfare again. 12 years later, Orlando has formed a private secret agent network along with home servants hired by using the arena's most effective dignitaries, and has recruited his own servants Shola and Polly into it. The community's number one goal is to protect the United Kingdom and the British Empire from the upcoming awesome warfare. Conrad is keen to fight, but Orlando forbids him to sign up for the British Army and persuades Lord Kitchener, Secretary of Nation for battle, not to allow him accomplish that. On the behest of Kitchener, Conrad and Orlando ride with Orlando's buddy Archduke Franz Ferdinand through Sarajevo. Conrad saves the Archduke from a bomb thrown by way of Gavrilo Princip, a revolt motive on sparking a war. Princip later encounters the Archduke's entourage once more via risk, and succeeds in fatally shooting him and his spouse Sophie. Orlando learns that Princip is part of the flock, a set plotting to pit the German, Russian, and British Empire against each different. The flock has its headquarters on an isolated clifftop and is led via the Shepherd, whose closing aim is to obtain independence for Scotland. Among its operatives is Russian mystic Grigory Rasputin, depended on advisor to Tsar Nicholas of Russia. At the Shepherd's orders, Rasputin poisons Tsar Nicholas's young son Alexei, only to therapy him while Nicholas promises to stay out of the battle. Conrad is notified of Rasputin's manipulation by means of his cousin, Prince Felix Yusupov. Knowing the Western Front can be left inclined if Russia leaves the struggle, Conrad delivers these facts to Kitchener and his aide-de-camp important Max Morton, who set sail for Russia. Their ship is torpedoed by means of a submarine and sunk. Word of Kitchener's dying reaches Orlando, spurring him to travel to Russia with Shola, Polly, and Conrad to address Rasputin as soon as and for all. After a grueling near combat, Orlando, Shola, Conrad, and Polly successfully kill Rasputin in the course of a Christmas birthday party hosted by using Prince Felix. Later that night, after celebrating his 19th birthday, Conrad expresses his dedication to join the army, a whole lot to Orlando's dismay. At the Shepherd's orders, Erich Jan Hanussen, an advisor to Kaiser Wilhelm II, sends the Zimmermann telegram, hoping to distract Britain and America. Despite the fact that the message is intercepted through British intelligence and deciphered by means of Polly, President Woodrow Wilson refuses to sign up for the conflict, citing a loss of concrete proof. The Shepherd recruits Vladimir Lenin and orders his Bolsheviks to overthrow the Tsar and remove Russia from the battle, sending a murderer to kill the Romanovs. Now of age, Conrad is commissioned into the Grenadier Guards in opposition to his father's desires. However, Orlando persuades King George V to have him assigned to London. Determined to fight in the battle, Conrad swaps locations with a soldier named Archie Reed, giving him the nickname Lancelot to send his father a message. Disguised as Archie, a member of the Black Watch, Conrad volunteers for a undertaking into No Guy's Land to retrieve data from a British agent wounded there. He is wrong for a German spy upon his go back and achieved at gunpoint, devastating Orlando, but the data he has recovered verifies the authenticity of the Zimmermann telegram. After Wilson once more refuses to go into the battle no matter Conrad's proof, Orlando learns that Wilson is being blackmailed with film footage displaying him being seduced with the aid of the Shepherd's agent, Mata Hari, and resolves to recover it. Upon defeating Hari at the Yank embassy, Orlando has her cashmere headscarf recognized as being made from uncommon wool best found in a specific mountainous region. Pinpointing this area as the Shepherd's base of operations, Orlando, Shola, and Polly head there and combat their mana internal. The Shepherd is revealed to be Morton, who had faked his very own death and killed Kitchener himself. Orlando and Shola fight and kill Morton whilst Polly recovers the film. It's far added to Wilson, who burns it and prepares to mobilize American troops. A year after the war, Orlando purchases the Kingsman Taylor store at the front for his organization. Orlando, Shola, Polly, King George, Archie, and the U.S. ambassador to the U.S. shape the authentic Kingsman, each assuming code names from the King Arthur legend to honor Conrad. In a mid-credit scene, Hanussen, having taken on the Shepherd identity, introduces Lenin to the Romanovs' killer, a younger Adolf Hitler. Thank you for listening the story. Please like and subscribe for more stories.